thank you so much for being here today, and welcome to the 2016 American Cancer Society Relay for Life of Aurora. This is an amazing gathering, and just look around. We're surrounded by our families, friends, coworkers, business and community leaders, children, grandparents, and neighbors. We're all here for the same reason, to put an end to cancer. The next 12 hours will take us together on a life-affirming journey, symbolizing a day in the life of someone fighting cancer, a disease that never sleeps. I am so proud to be standing here this evening with all of you, or this morning, rather, with all of you, as part of an international movement to end cancer. We're here this morning in Aurora to do what relayers do in more than 6,000 communities across America and in 20 countries across the world. By walking this track today, you are joining forces with 3.5 million people worldwide who want to save lives. Together, we are creating a world with less cancer and more birthdays. While each of us has a unique reason for being here, we all have something very much in common. We want to make a difference in the fight against cancer. We have gathered as a community determined that those who are facing cancer will be supported, that those who have lost their battle with cancer will not be forgotten, and that together we will continue to fight back so that one day no one in our community has to hear those dreaded words, "You have cancer."
Many of us have had personal experiences with cancer, either your own or your loved one. Me personally, my grandmother passed away from liver cancer. You know how important it is to you and your families that we celebrate the strength and the spirit of survivors and caregivers, to remember our loved ones, and to fight back through research, education, and advocacy, and services for cancer patients. Across the country and throughout the world, cancer survivors and caregivers will be recognized and celebrated at more than 6,000 Relay for Life events.
I'm Deb Wallace. Presently, I am a commissioner for the city of Aurora, which is, we do the hiring and testing for their local fire and the police departments. I've been involved within the city of Aurora for about 32 years, and this event is one that's very close to my heart.
Things will work out, yes they will, for the good of them who loves the Lord, who eyes haven't seen, neither has heard the things God has prepared for them that love Him. Sometimes you may have to cry, and sometimes you may have to walk alone. But I know that I know that I know that I know that I know things will work out. Yes, they will, for the good of them who loves the Lord.
swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor the bread to the wise, nor the riches to the intelligent, nor the favor to those with knowledge, but time and chance happen to them all.
And some surprise you when they step up and say, I have your back. You say, yeah, sure, you can't even take out the trash. Are you going to help me with this? But if you give them a chance, they will. I didn't plan to be a caregiver at all. I was not in the ballgame. Not whatsoever. In fact, my first wife at the time, she and I were separated. And she called me one day and said, you know, let's just get the divorce done. Okay, fine. About 3 months later, she called just hysterical about something that happened with one of the kids. You know, what's up? And she told me that they had found a lump in her breast. Not a lump, a fist. When was the last mammogram? 93 days ago. Well, I'll do something, but I just wanted you to know. No, you ain't getting away with that. So we met, and I just told her, listen, we can divorce at any time, but I cannot save the mother of my children. We got to do this now. You call that lawyer, you can wait. We're going to find out what the course of treatment is. And luckily for me, being a journalist, I can call anybody in the world I wanted to call. And their press people will get you all the information you need to have, which is a good part about it. It was a walk I hate hospitals. I hate shots, okay? Much less anything else that she had to go through. And back in those days, the treatment care now is a lot better. They just had 2 choices. Chemo, radiation, mammogram. That was it, free. That's all you had. Now you have a lot. So we went down the trail. And I told her then, most of your care is going to be up here. I'm your coach. That's what I got to do. I got to coach you. And I'm going to every single examination and every single infusion you have. I learned to do that. And after a year and a half, we got it done. She had to have a mammogram, and we got it done. And now she's 32 years cancer survivor.
We have 3 locations. We have one in Aurora, one in Denver, and one in Colorado Springs. So when I think about what I do, when I think about where God has brought me and what He has done for me, God has been good in the midst. See, one thing about it, when I started, we had $150 to my name. I had breast cancer in my life. Didn't even know what we were going to do and how we were going to do it. But because of my faith, because of everything that I know and what I've held on to, God has been good. When you put God first, and when you have the faith, God said if you have faith of a mustard seed, He will move mountains. So I tell people, if you know somebody that's going through cancer, if you know someone that's sick, you have to be motivated. They have to have positive people in their life. Yeah, you hear you're going to be sick, or you're going to die on this, that, and the other. But when you know Jesus, it's not over until God says it's over.
This is the Caleb story. Every morning, when I walk into a classroom, summer camp, daycare, or poetry workshop, the threads of so many lives seem to tangle, knot, and slide over and around each other. If you pull enough strands, you start to wonder if they're not all. Every last one. A tragedy. They're not. Despite the relentless stream of sad stories, every once in a while one of my kids gets out. This is for Michaela. You see, if buckwheat had a twin, she was it. Knock knees and elbows, big old buck teeth and braids, adorned with neon beads sprouting out in every which direction. When asked the class the question, what do you want most in life? Following answers like Xboxes, iPods, and millions of dollars, Michaela stepped and said, Joe Mom, I want parents. Just a mom and a dad. You see, foster care wasn't being too kind to her. She was the woman of the house at age 10, responsible for cooking and cleaning for a dad who was supposed to be taking care of her. See, he dropped her off early every morning and told her to wait in the bushes until I got there to open up the doors. And as I made my way up that sidewalk, I could hear the bushes singing, and yet I marveled because homegirl could sing. For 3 years, I watched this bold potential flower, despite the rocky soil. And though she did bloom every season, it seemed a little bit harder. And I don't think that anyone believed that her dream parents would arrive. Because being a 10-year-old foster care kid is kind of like being a 40-year-old pitcher in the farmlands. You're weary at the mound, praying on every pitch. You're no longer sure if you're ever going to make it to the big show. See, when I said goodbye to her at the end of last summer, her morning melodies still rang in my head. Walking up that sidewalk a year later, the last thing that I expected to hear was silence. Less than a week, I was rifling through a file for contact. The foster dad answered the phone. I asked to speak to Michaela. She was gone. But no worries, he said. She has parents now. She's singing in a church in Tennessee. I can just see her, flanked by ranks of strong black women, arms spread, making a joyful noise with her tooth-heavy grin that stretches easily to let the stained glass butterflies of her hallelujahs burst forth. And I think, hallelujah, hallelujah, because so many times we're tangled in these threads of tragedy, so many knots, so many frayed fibers, so many loose ends, so many kids we have to remember. We need to remember that sometimes they'll end up singing in a choir in Tennessee, you see. This is for every kid I have to watch struggle, for every horrific ending that we have to swallow and move past, for every time we assure y'all that it will be all right, knowing full well that it won't. The fact that it might is all that we need to go on. So when the knots seem so dense and constricted that picking them apart will shred our fingernails, we have to be patient and keep unraveling, because one of those threads might, just might, lead to a church somewhere in Tennessee. Hallelujah, Michaela.